Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to Jimmy's Labs. So, this is gonna be my vlog about the Retatrutide that I've been taking. So, my 30 days have been up already. I'm actually on week 8. So, I actually, this week, right now, Friday will be the end of week 8. So that'd be my 2-month journey, but I do want to give my update about my 30 days. You know, very well anticipated and coming, but sorry for the lateness. Is life. But yeah. So I'm gonna show you 2 bottles that I've been. I already went through 2 bottles, but it's because I got my wife on the bandwagon. So I had to explain to her and break down what it was. It's just not a weight loss, peptide. It's a chain of amino acids that has a multitude of benefits. Yes, the weight loss is one of the major things, the number one thing that everybody uses it for, but there's other benefits. I explained this and side effects. I explained that in my previous video that I dropped probably like a week or something ago. I can't remember, but yeah. So she was interested. She seen the results that I was getting, and she said, "Fuck it, I'm with it." Oh, excuse my language, but she said she was down with it. So it's that was definitely a plus for me. I was happy about that, so we could take this journey together. You know what I mean? So she actually started. She's actually on her week 7. So she's only what, a week behind me. Yeah, she started a week after me. So anyway, so I'm gonna block the company, but this is. Right here, this was the first bottle I started with. Some of y'all might actually even know by the colors of what company that is. But as you can see, let me try to let me put the other one down. That's probably a little better. Try to get it to focus a little bit. But anyway, that's this was the first bottle I took, which was a 24 milligram bottle. I started, I actually got it right here. So my first week on this, I actually started at 2 milligrams. So I'm gonna be honest with you, the first day I took it, it was a Friday. When I took it, I didn't feel no side effects. I didn't feel no, nothing crazy. But I can tell you this much: by the time I had to go pick up my grandson from school, and by the time I came back, I had no damn appetite whatsoever. I tried to eat, which was something new to me, so my body reacted different to that. Like those type of effects was immediate. I came home. I tried to eat 2 pieces actually of chicken breast, just because I haven't eaten anything. Oh man, I could barely get through one. Which is probably like around that size. So it wasn't even a big piece of chicken breast. I could barely get through one. Like I think I ate about half of it. And I was like, I can't even eat this no more. Like, it definitely suppressed the hell out of my appetite. And that was just at 2 milligrams, honestly. So, I did start titrating up. Was week 2. Which, by the way, before I hit week 2, that did last throughout the whole 7 days. So I took it Friday, my first week. That appetite suppression, like every time I would try to eat, I would get full quick. So me personally, I prioritize protein. So I'm mainly on the carnivore diet. I do have carbs, but I get that from fruits and vegetables. You know, there are times I might, if I feel like I'm in the mood for it, I might throw in some, some type of rice or sweet potatoes or something of that sort. You know, the purple potato. I usually don't do regular potatoes, but you know, I'll do like a sweet potato or like a purple potato, which honestly, like I said, I don't do it. It's real rare. Like I said, I'm on week 8. I probably did that maybe 3 times, like 3 different times out of all the days. So yeah. So anyway, so like I said, that appetite suppression was through that whole week. Another thing I did notice was that food noise that everybody talks about. It does knock out that food noise. So I didn't feel hungry. I didn't. I wasn't thinking about food. Honestly, when I would look at food, I would actually look at it a little bit with disgust. Like I didn't feel nauseated or nothing like that looking at it, but I don't really want to say disgust, but I would look at it like yeah, nah, I'm good. Like, you know, personally me, it's definitely stopped all the cravings especially for sweets, which I was like, that's crazy. Like, cause I'll be honest, I do have a sweet, you know, I've always had a sweet tooth. You know, I'm one of those that nighttime hit, I'm that little mouse in the nighttime sneaking in trying to catch, you know, ripping up the snacks. You know, I've been like this since little, so that does not happen whatsoever no more. That first week, that stopped, which was fantastic. You know what I mean? Now the second week, I'm also talking about my how my weight has changed from week 1. I'm gonna just stop at week 4, you know, for my 30 days point. But anyway, so week 2, I titrated up. I said, you know what? Let's see what some more of this Reddit would do. You know. So anyway, I titrated up to 3 milligrams on week 2. So I jumped up a milligram. With that one, definitely the same thing. I felt the appetite suppression was even stronger. So week 2, there was days, if I'm not mistaken, it was at least 2 days out of the week. Was it 2 days or 3 days? No, if I'm not mistaken, it was 2 days. I don't want to push it 3. If I'm not mistaken, it was 2 days of that week that honestly I totally forgot to fucking eat. Like I'm a truck driver. If y'all don't know, for people that have followed me since when I was doing the pre-workouts, reviews and all that type of deal. But they, you know, you all know. But for you know my new subscribers, the newcomers, anybody watching, yeah, I'm a truck driver, so I take my food, you know, on the road, and I would totally forget to eat. Like honestly, I would forget to eat. I get back home and the food was still in the bag. I was like, oh damn, I ain't eat. So you know, I just eat when I be home, when I get home. But yeah, like it definitely made me forget about food all the way around, like, which is crazy. Now I can say this much. My intake of water has grown, so that has titrated. I drink a whole lot of water, a lot, like a whole damn lot, you know. And I noticed that too within that second week. My water intake, you know, shot up with that. Like I said, week 1, week 2, personally, great. Now week 2, that's when I did notice when I went to 3 milligrams. I did get, it wasn't throughout the day. It was just when I would wake up, I would have to, you know, run to the bathroom, number 2. And I know that was because of the Reddit. You know, that's just a side effect of it. Now, did it bother? No. It was like, you know, and it was diarrhea-ish. But not to put too much in your mind. I'm just trying to explain to y'all my journey of going through this. I'm not no doctor, so don't try without trying. This is just for research purposes. I'm running my own research on myself with the Retatrutide. So anyway, yes, I noticed that was a daily factor. So I wake up, before I would brush my teeth, I felt my stomach. I was like, oh, yeah, gotta sit down, let it go, like Frozen, let it go. But yeah, so that didn't bother me. I'm gonna be real with you, that didn't bother me because I didn't get like this bad upset stomach, this crazy like feeling. I just felt like I had to go, and it was coming out, watery. So that didn't bother me. I didn't care about that. Now week three, again, I titrated up. So I went to 4 milligrams at that point. That's when I'm gonna be real with you. I felt the bloat. I felt a little bloatness. Again, it wasn't bad. I caught that type of side effect. It wasn't bad, But after I would eat, now at this point, I was on point with eating. And I started learning my body a lot better also. So when I was hungry, I ate. If I'm not hungry, I'm not fucking eating. I don't care if somebody cooked dinner, whatever it is. If I'm not hungry, I'm not eating. When I'm hungry, I ate. Now, obviously, I wasn't eating. My portions wasn't a lot at all. But I started learning there, all right, I had more control. So, again, the thing is that when I would eat, I felt, hold on, pa. Sorry, that's my one of my grandkids. But I felt once I would eat, yeah, I would be fuller longer. But on top of that, I'm gonna say probably like for a good half hour, 45 minutes, I felt I felt a slight, not gonna say slight, I felt bloated, you know what I mean? But it wasn't that uncomfortable bloatness, it was more of that full, I'm full, but I feel the air in there. Cause you gotta remember, your digestion is gonna slow down. Your gastric intestine, is all that is slowing down with the rhetoric. So it's keeping you full longer with smaller portions. That's the whole, it is a part of it. So I definitely felt that. So it was uncomfortable, but I would pass gas. And once I would pass the gas, a nice amount of times, I felt better. You know what I mean? I would feel better. Still felt full. Still was good. And I won't say full. I felt I just felt good. I felt I can't think of the word. I'm trying to think of the word. Look, you guys are gonna get what you're gonna get with me. I'm not none of these fancy people on the internet. But anyway, yeah, I felt, I'm gonna just say full. I felt full. You know what I mean? I felt good. I didn't feel overly full. None of that shit. So that came within week 3. So week 4, my last week, I ran 5 milligrams. At 5 milligrams, honestly, it was, when I first took the shot, I felt as soon as I took the shot, I felt before I even took the needle out, I felt a rush of a flushness in my face, like heat, that flushing feeling, like my body, it warmed up. I felt it all in my face. The flushing, and I did get a slight dizziness, like probably like a minute or two after the shot. It wasn't nothing. I just felt lightheaded. Let me say that. Not dizziness, like a slight lightheadedness, but it came for a few seconds and left. Same thing with the flushing feeling. It came for that lasted probably like a minute or two and was gone. So, again, a side effect. but nothing that's not manageable. Like, if you can't deal with fucking 2 minutes of flushing, that flushing feeling, or even a little bit of dizziness, then I don't know what to tell you. But you know, as far as side effects, other than, you know, again, when I would eat, I'll feel a little bloat, I'll feel a slight bloatedness. I'll pass gas, I'll be good. Ooh, excuse me, thing. So there you go, right there. You just got a little thing of it. But yeah, so that was that for week 4. As far as you know, the ups and downs. And also, one thing I do want to say is, I don't know if this is supposed to improve your mood, but it definitely made me feel better. Like, I don't know if that's just me or whatever, but I can say by the second week, my mood improved for some odd reason. Like, I didn't, you know, it's just my mood had improved, and I enjoyed it. You know, a little more at ease with things. So, you know, that's a little nice factor to it. Like I said, I've learned how to manage eating, because that's a big part of this. Don't just go and not eat nothing all day. Don't, like, that's crazy. That's just, you gotta use this to get healthier, and as you know, like you say, it's a little cheat code. Like, you playing the game just to get the upper hand, you know, on life, so to say, and on your health. So, you know, you got these companies, they throwing snacks at us all day, these sugary stuff. Like, you know, I know that feeling. It's hard to look at, you know, you go look over, you see the donuts sitting there, you know, you see a pie sitting there, you see somebody eating some chips, you be like, damn, I like, yo, let me get a couple. I mean, but I'm gonna be honest, on Reddit, you're definitely not gonna get those feelings. Well, as far as me. Now, everybody's reaction, this is another thing I gotta tell you guys. A lot of people out here are speaking of the proper dosage and this and third. The only thing I would say is proper dosage is the starting dosage that they did in trials. Other than that, everybody's starting dose is going to be totally different. It's what your body can handle. You are different from me. And I could prove that because I'm gonna just quickly sum up my wife. Her first week, we started her at 2. She said she had a slight appetite reduction, but it wasn't nothing serious. It didn't hit her like it hit me that first week. So I said, okay. She said, yeah. I think she said by the 4th day, she was back to feeling hungry and stuff. So I was like, all right. So it is different for her. You understand? So what was it? I got her stuff written down here too. So week 2, we actually went to 3 milligrams, and the 3 milligrams for her, she said it was better, but it still wasn't. You know how she was like, damn, you saying this, that, and the third, you having this experience, blah, 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 and she's like, it's not really a thing. Now, I'm gonna just fly through her stuff. Now, week 3, I said, you know what, let's jump up to 4. Now, at 4, that's what she said she felt that. She said she liked that 4 milligrams, that her appetite suppression was in there, that food noise was kicked in, the food noise stopped, you know what I mean? So that part of it kicked in. Like I said, the appetite suppression had kicked in fully. It was all there, you know, and she was like, okay, it's working. It's fully working now. So from her week 3 to, and then week 4, she took the same thing. She was like, I do not want to titrate up like you did. I feel good on 4 milligrams. I said, whew, that's cool with me. You know, your body, you doing your research. I'm just here to support. So she stayed on for week 4 on 4 milligrams, And look, week 3, week 4, she said she still felt the same effects, so she's cruising on that. You know what I mean? I was like, cool, you can cruise on that. You know, benefits to get new glasses. Me, as I told you, I titrated up every week. You know, trying this out on myself, seeing what happens with me. Now, my experience on it has been fucking fantastic. Like, I personally loving this stuff. You know, the benefits of it, you know, fully and everything. So now I'm gonna hit y'all with the weight. I started it the day, and I'm a person, I used to jump from anywhere from 227 to 231, like on and off. So when I first weighed myself, I started at, when I started the Reddit, I was 228. I got it on the board. Week 2, dropped down to 221. It's crazy, man. Week 3, dropped down to 213. Week 4, dropped down to 210. In fact, we're so confident. So as you can see, there was a big drop in the beginning. Big drop the second week, big drop third week, and then the fourth week, you know, it was I dropped only 3. That's cool with me. I'm still dropping, so you know what I mean. It was still going in this pace. Now I'm gonna say this too, which I'm not gonna speak about that. That will be a separate video. Now I was and am running CJC 1295 alongside Retta. You understand me? Not gonna tell you the experience I'm having with that. But because it's just about the Retatrutide, you know. So as you can see, my weight touch, it increased, and every time, I'll be real with you, every time I look in the mirror, I like what I saw. I was losing, you know, the weight, the midsection. That's crazy. Like, it was literally just like, how can I say? It was just melting off, so to say, which, you know, is crazy. You know, I'm not a young buck no more. I ain't one of them young cats, so I'm older. I don't have that same way of losing weight as fast as I used to. You know, I would start working out, and in a month or 2, I was fucking, you know, I was, you know, bulky and cut up and shit. That don't happen like that for me no more. But anyway, so for my wife, she started at 202. Week 2, she went. That's when she was on. What was she on? 3 milligrams. So week 1 she was at 2. Week 1 she was at 2 milligrams. Week 2 she was at 3 milligrams. She actually went up 203. Week 3, when she went to 4, she stayed at 203. And then week 4, she actually dropped down to 199. You know, so as you can see, the effects on her were different. But as you can see, as also as you heard me, how she felt the effects differently. We're taking the same thing, same exact thing, the Retta, same thing. Ain't nothing changed. See, that's one we already went through too. We're using the same ones. I just draw out of the same vial. This one's actually a 30 milligram. You know, so you know what I mean? And it's not like we're taking 2 different ones or whatever. But like, oh, maybe it's the purity and maybe it's that. Nah, we taking it out of the same vial. I hit myself off. I hit her off. Boom. But it just affected her differently. Now she's still getting the effects it took for her to, you know, get to that week 4 to finally see the drop in weight. I started seeing it from week 1. You know what I mean? Started feeling the effects, started feeling and all that. Now, a major factor in this too is I do train harder and differently than she does. She's more of the I'm more of the lifting the weights, and there you see behind me I got all the stuff, you know, here, there. I got all my dumbbells on the floor, this and third. But yeah, so You know, she does, you know, like the bike, cardio, and a little more calisthenic stuff. You know, bungee cord, stuff like that. So, the way we train is different. So that's gonna be a key factor also. But another thing is with the Retta, do not quit just because that first or second week you did not lose weight. Key in factors, I'll be real with you. I want my wife to succeed in taking the Retta. Not only that, just in life, feel better, get better, as I do for myself. I want us to be on the same level with it. You know what I mean? If I'm feeling better, I'm looking better. She's feeling better, she's looking better. You know what? Happy wife, happy life, happy husband. And keep it going, you heard? But you know, as I was saying, don't quit. Don't quit. Give it time. Let it kick in. You gotta understand also, just because we take these supplements and everything to get full benefits, even with the Retta, to get the full blown benefits of everything you can get out of it, it can take up to 30 days to kick in to your system. Everybody's body is different. The way your body works and the mechanisms in your genes, your DNA, all this, your intestines is not the same as mine. Mine ain't the same as yours. Some of us have similarities. A lot of us are very different. So let it do its job. Just be consistent with it. And by the way, I'm not doing that microdosing shit. Just, you know, I'm not knocking it. If it works, it works. If it works for you, work for you. I just don't believe you're getting the full benefits out of doing it. So if you're just doing it for the weight loss and it's working, by all means, keep doing it. You know, peace of blessings to you for doing that. I take one shot a week, and I love it. One shot for the Retta. That's it. Every Friday, like clockwork. You know. So I feel like that way I know I'm getting the full benefits out of what there is to offer. Oh, another thing is I've struggled for years now with high blood pressure, like badly. Like I'm talking about, you talking about being hot all the fucking time. That was me. I was the person that I was going outside when everybody's cold. I'm going outside in a cut-off shirt or a fucking vest, and I'm talking about some it ain't cold. I'm telling you, that's what I used to do. My blood pressure was always sky high. When I would end up going to the hospital because I was sick or whatever the case was, see a doctor, their minds used to be blown. Like, what the hell? You're supposed to be in here, like, for this, not for what you came in for. Like, this is crazy. You're not on medication. I never took medication for that shit. Don't believe in that. Not telling you don't do that. Go by what your doctor's telling you. I'm not a doctor again. Just going through research on my own body and just telling my experience and a little bit about, you know, what I've been through. But the reason I bring all that up with the blood pressure is my blood pressure is fucking leveled out. Great. I used to sleep. I couldn't sleep unless my central leg was down at 68, 67 degrees in it. I could fall asleep with that on 74. No problem. I'm out. Feel good. Not hot. Not feeling, not sweating, not none of that. My blood pressure is fantastic. I haven't felt like that since I was a young cat. You heard? Like, I haven't felt like that in a long time. And you know, that's if you not even doing, if you're not gonna do it for the weight loss, do it. Like I said, there's other benefits of this. Do it at the low dosage and stick with that dosage. If you're not doing it with the, because at the 2 milligrams, I started feeling my blood pressure dropping. Like, I felt the difference that first week with my blood pressure. That's just 2 milligrams. If I would have just stood with that just to use it for blood pressure, that would have been fantastic. You know, this was necessarily meant for obese and people with diabetes. And I think it's to be technically correct is I think it was for type 2 diabetes. But all in all, use it for some type of benefit. You can't go wrong on Reddit. Like I said, just stay consistent. Work the project, do your research, and don't even go by what I'm saying. Use what I'm saying as a stepping stone for you to go and do your own research. I'm talking about reading what they did on the trials, how the trials went, the pros and the cons to this, because there's pros and cons to everything. You're gonna have the good with the bad with the good. It's life. You're gonna have the yins and the yangs. You heard? The heaven and the hells. So just do your own research. That's what I really want y'all to do, is do your own research and see if it's something you would like to jump into to get all these benefits out of it. If you're gonna do it for just the weight loss, yo, by all means, do it for just the weight loss. You're still gonna get benefits out of it other than just the weight loss. If you're gonna do it for the blood pressure, by all means, do it for the blood pressure. You're gonna have some weight come off, which is a plus. You're gonna do it for your diabetes to get that intact, so you don't gotta be taking all this other shit. By all means, do that. And you don't gotta worry about, dying early. I'm sorry, I want to live long. Like I said, I got kids, I got grandkids, and they call me Baba. I don't get called Grandpa. I'm Baba to them, to my grandkids. So I want to be here, and I'm able to run around with them and live. And I want to live long. I want to see their kids. So I'm in this peptide bioregulators, so on and so forth, game for life. Like, this is my thing now. But yeah, that's that. I'm talking too much. So you got the breakdown on my journey. And again, one thing, stop listening to these dumbass people on here, on the internet, whatever platform they're on, because there's so much fucked up information. People are saying, oh, this is the right dosage. Don't do this. Don't do that. They're the same fucking people as you. They're a human being. You're a human being. They did research on them. They're only telling you what worked for them. Again, that might not work for you. You might have to go up. There's people that actually had to go down and still get fantastic results. There's people that can stay on let's say a milligram for a month and a half and still get fantastic results. There's people that need to titrate up every week, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks. Try your own research. Do it yourself. This is why I say research what they did in the trials, and then research if you do it and you jump into it. Try your own shit. Take what the rest of us say and use it as stepping stones. Create your own protocol. You understand? I'm just telling you what worked for me, and it's fantastic. I love it. I ain't mad at it. You know what I mean? And I gotta go take one of my shots that I take and take my ass to sleep, because I gotta go to work tonight to drive a truck. I'm headed to Fort Myers. Y'all want to see me? Head down there. Nah, I'll fuck with y'all. But anyway, y'all know the slogan always, Jim. Get your money, gain your muscle, and grow your mind. I'm out, people. Peace. I will be, once I hit the end of this week, I'm hoping to drop my video for the 60-day mark and keep going on to let y'all know what happened there. You know what I mean? I might also, maybe tomorrow, I might record it today, but I won't drop it until tomorrow. Or the following day or the end of the week, give you my 1 month journey on the CJC 1295. Peace.